headquarters of the UNIA is named after Thomas W. Harvey. Thomas W. Harvey took 12 other people and built a Liberty Hall in Philadelphia that was paid for by those 13 people. Y'all hear me? Now, of course, they did fundraisers and they had supporters and other members. That's deep, y'all. We still got that building. And I'm going to tell you something magical and mystical about where the building is at today. Since the 90s, later. I got to do that way because I want to keep things in proper perspective. Now, history, mystery, history, our story. 1914. How many years is it from 1914? If you subtract 1914 from 2008, how many years is that? Is anybody in here 94 years of age? Well, there are some elders around that are still that age and older. But I want you to know that when they moved on Garvey, first let's deal with something that was really important a lot of people don't talk about. Garvey was shot at.
Yes.
And people in New York know usually when you're shot at, they're not going to see you the next day. They saw Garvey the next day. And Garvey blew him away. And they said, well, wow, did he get shot? And you know who came between him and the bullet being hit to the square center?
Yes.
Women. It was not just one, it was two women. And they made sure that that bullet did not go square center and hit Garvey. See? Now, I gotta tell you all this story. I gotta tell you this story, and then I'm gonna give you some sites to check out. I'm gonna give you another homework assignment. And I hope y'all follow it. Garvey, the exoneration of Marcus Garvey is underway. And the UNIA in 1986, along with Dr. Tony Martin and Charles L. James, said we're not concerned about begging nobody to pardon Garvey. We're really not even concerned about exoneration, but we are concerned about our people exonerating Garvey. And the work that y'all been doing for 10 years is a part of the exoneration process. I heard it tonight. You got to exonerate Garvey in your mind. Garvey's an African man who never stepped foot on the African continent and is known on the African continent probably better than half of the brothers who have stepped on the continent or born on the continent. Must be something.
More from the continent than anyone else.
Exactly. Now, Garvey wasn't by himself.
No, come on. Teach it.
There was a brother that you need to hail up. And his name is Isaiah Morter.
That's right.
See, when they said, this British government is something. You see, when they hoodwinked the world to make them think Garvey was a criminal, even though Calvin Coolidge commuted his sentence, because really, that world was the criminal. They really had no evidence. But they knew that Garvey was sparking something in you and me. So they had to do what they could to prolong their time. Now let's look at that time real closely. First, let's deal with the UNIA time. Garvey was run out of the U.S. of A. after being there 12 years and 2.5 of them he spent behind bars. But he worked there. And Amy compiled the philosophy and opinions 1 and 2. Marcus Garvey was pushed out of the United States in 1927. Just before that, Liberia was stole from us. The UNIA stole from you. And to this day, Firestone is still practicing slavery on that very land, and we drive around on their tires. Now, here's another thing. At the same time, Garvey was pushed out of the United States. He went to Jamaica because a lot of other British colonies would not accept him. But did you know in 1924, Isaiah Morter, the genius behind Wrigley chewing gum. Oh, I told you. A lot of y'all don't know that. Wrigley became a billionaire because he went to Isaiah Morter to get get the gum, the stuff to make the gum. Isaiah Morter also grew a whole lot of other things. Isaiah Morter also hired a whole lot of brothers and sisters so they wouldn't be slaves on the white man's plantation. And Isaiah Morter willed over 500 to 700 acres of land to this parent body of the UNIA, the one that I represent. Not no fake UNIA, but the real UNIA. And to this day, the story that you read in books about Lionel Francis stealing UNIA Inc. and all the money when God was pushed out of the United States. Well, I want to tell you, thanks to our Council General, we have taken back UNIA Inc. And you're going to see that soon. We also taking back ACL. But the UNIA ACL is not incorporating because governments don't incorporate up under governments. We are a chartered movement that has incorporations or corporations wherever we are. We abide by the laws. But the universal law, our right to sovereignty, gives us right as sovereign lords of the earth to have our own government with integrity, with respect, recognizing that man can be a disagreeable beast. So we turn to the Most High, the laws of the universe, to keep man straight. That's the government we talk about. Y'all hear me? Now, in 1924, it was willed to us. In 2006, the government under Musa, who was the president, a first-generation born Arab in Belize, sent out a letter in their newspaper thinking that we were going to miss it. And we saw it, where they would get ready to try to liquidate it if we didn't claim it. Well, the parent body under the leadership of Honorable Redmond Baye and myself, and Nsureoku, the editor of Garvey's Voice, and you're going to see plenty of them, because they're going to happen. Just like we're going to take the world, win around the world, Garvey's Voice going to go around the world. And those of you in the world win. And if you don't buy it from a newsstand or from the bookstore, we're going to have it electronically available for everybody all over the world. Yeah, fine. As third assistant president general. Prior to that, Honorable Charles L. James appointed me as co-chair of the Centennial Committee in 1986. In 1989, I was appointed district commissioner of Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. The reason I say this is because it's about service. It's not about, I got all these titles, because I look here at the leader here. This is a hard-working African. Can't sweep the floor. If it ain't nobody to do it, I'll do it. That's what Mr. Battle say. No matter how high you go, you can always come down low and sweep. Because when you sweep down low, you're preparing to take everything out. That's what it's about. Now let me wrap up. We can wrap up Belize. This is very important. I went to the archives in Belize. Now the government, remember, the government put in the newspapers for the world to see or miss. One of those newspapers a lot of people don't read. But we caught it. And we had less than a month to respond. We had to raise money quickly to send 6 parent body officials because there were some snakes. I'm not calling names. But I'm letting you know, a snake is a snake. That's right. And just so happened these snakes I brought through the door. They came out of my hood. They went down before we got there and tried to claim this land because they ran into some difficulties with Honorable Redmond Battle of insubordination, disrespect, and divisiveness. And they tried to take over the power. And anytime you make a move like that, the ancestors, and I've told all the young people, we love you, come. But if you think you're coming with some foolishness, you ain't got to fight Senghor. You got to lose because the ancestors going to take you out of the way. They were voted out of the UNIA for disrespecting elders. Some of them that you heard their names, and some you haven't.
That's right.
But one thing we got to do, y'all, we got to come together and we got to help our brothers and sisters. And yes, we got to reconcile, but we cannot tolerate.
That's right. That's right.
Foolishness and insubordination. Let me give it to you like this. But see, I didn't go to the university to get what I got. I got it from the street. I've had over 100 and some odd stitches. I've been shot at. I'm not bragging about that, but that's how I learned. Malcolm did it that way. I had a hard head when I was young. Guess what? I got a soft head now. I've learned the best fight is not to have to fight physically. But don't think that I won't fight. So I'm calling on every ancestor that I know that will deal with you. So what happens is, if you cross the line, you got to get back. You might come back over the line, but you got to come correct. Anyway, let me get to the point. The point is, I was the one blessed with the assignment from the President General prior to him going down. Let me straighten that out. He was there in Belize, but we went to Belma Pond, which is where the capital is at, a delegation of us. And the Council General went in to talk to the government to negotiate. I was sent to the archives. And what did I find? I found the will. And it's spelled out, brothers and sisters. It says in the will that this estate is willed to the parent body of the UNIA ACL. Get this, for African redemption. So important, because when you declare, you heard the sister read, we declared we were a government. We had a plebiscite. We had that convention. We got our flag. We got our anthem. The only missing ingredient, they stole in Liberia, but they forgot Belize. We got it. The land. Once you got land, you can claim your sovereignty. And we're not just saying we're giving up Africa. Y'all don't sleep on that now. But Belize, y'all know where Belize is at? Belize is below Mexico. From my home, I can drive there. It's a long drive, but I can drive there. Yes, the Garifuna, if I can tell you a story about the Garifuna in a minute, okay? Because that's very important. Not only have we claimed the legacy of our land, we've claimed the Garifuna people. In Dangriga. My brother, in Dangriga, the mayor is 34 years of age. He's dark as your shirt. Over 10,000 melanated Africans in there by the water. So not only our land, we are merged with them. I talk and meet and greet the mayor like we talking. They roll a carpet out for the UNIA because Isaiah Morter was a giant. He has a statue in Belize City. He has other properties. Tiger Woods got a golf course down there, and a lot of the Roots Rasta brothers who have watched, y'all got to hear this one, watched Liberty Hall. Even though it's about to fall down, they've been watching over it because it's still standing. And I'm happy to tell you, Liberty Hall is back in the hands of us too. with the ancestors' work. Isaiah Morter was a lieutenant, and he understood the problems Garvey was having. And he willed this land to the UNIA. And you got to read up on it because it's a deep story. But Isaiah Morter willed that. Here it is, 2006, we went back to claim it. And now in February, just this year, the president of Belize is no longer Musa. He's a melanated African for the first time. Now, if you don't know the history about Belize, Africans are not the majority in Belize. But the unique thing about Belize is, it's other folks there that have sovereignty. The Mennonites, some former Confederates. There's a lot of other people there. But the African presence there, the Garifuna, is heavy. Heavy because they tied to their Igbo roots. And Isaiah Morter was tied to the Igbo. Y'all see that African stuff? See, if you continue to do ritual, what you've forgotten will come back to support you. I know y'all been sitting long. I'm rapping for real. I'm rapping. Now, this is important. I want to close this out right. The land in Belize now officially, because we've established a legal defense committee, we have proclaimed our sovereignty in that land base in Belize. Naturally, we have a friendly relationship with the government. Naturally, we're going to keep it. Naturally, we're not going to go in there as all these tourists are going in there and exploit the land. We're going to go hire the people. We're going to go blend with the people. And we're going to deal with the people. But imagine what that microcosm can turn out to be. Because we also have a plan to negotiate with African governments that's knocking at our door. And we're not trying to get caught up in their rulership stuff. We want to deal with it from a charitable, humanitarian, and social perspective.
That's right.
So all you brothers that's tired of Babylon and want to repatriate, you ain't going to no heaven where you sit back. You're going to a heaven that needs you to come work. In Africa, we need solar power. In Africa, we need pure water. In Africa, we need black men who know their Africanity. And you know, black man, you ain't got to ask no government to go back. Just ask the UNIA, because we negotiating your way back. We're saying we don't have to get a way back, no dual citizenship, because the fact of the matter is we never gave up any citizenship.